innovation, business models, entrepreneurship. So in that, there is some tool to write a business model. So what is a tool and how to assess that, and how we have to write a business model. Like after your BE, or in now BE itself, or during your BE or masters, when we want to go out of with our friends, so we used to discuss like what next. So somebody will say job, somebody will say I have to be a engineer, a self-made engineer, or entrepreneur, or whatever it may be. So everything here in this industry 4.0, a business model will work out. Suppose if you want to go for a any venture capitalist or a person who is going to fund you, so you want a proper business model. So entire business model in a one particular sheet you can do as a canvas, and hereby like in the upcoming slides I'll be showing how to build a canvas, how to build a business model canvas, and what are the tools that you have to use, and later I'll share the tools also. So this is my affiliation. I'm working as assistant professor in Don Bosco Institute of Technology. So secondly, I would like to specially thank to my friend Yuvraj, assistant professor civil, K.S.R. College of Technology, and my sincere thanks to the management of DBIT and management of KSR, Himadri Naidu, principal of my institute, and K.R. Nataraj, Dean Research, Aral Ramesh, my HOD, and all the IAC coordinators of DBIT and KSR, and teaching faculty of DBIT. So coming to the topic, a business model canvas. So here I'm going to discuss about very light glimpse on what you mean by innovation. So we will get an idea about what you mean by innovation, then a business model. After that, what do you mean by entrepreneurship? And at last, I will share you some tools like what are the business model tools you have to use for your business plan preparation. So these are the very few four contents which we are going to discuss in another half an hour. So as you know that already, so what do you mean by innovation? So it is nothing but a practical implementation of ideas that result in introduction of new goods or services or improvement in offering goods or services. Like for example, you can take a mobile phone or you can take any objects, right? Whatever the implement, like whatever the idea which you are having. So either in the last preceding 20 decades above, we have used mobile phones in trunk call and cellular phones. Now we are just using touch phones, and hereafter later it will be very small, and VR phones will be coming. So like that, any ideas, if you are implementing any ideas, if it is results to any new goods or services, that is what called innovation, right? So how that innovation will bond within yourself, that it is that you have to think differently, and according to my perspective and my knowledge, how this innovation and this practical implementation, whatever, so it will comes when you meet new persons, when you meet, when you discuss ideas, when you discuss the ideas with other persons, and when they are coming with their ideas, when you discuss about the ideas, so then definitely their innovation will start. So earlier when I was in Adiman College, while going from Adiman to Salem, so I used to think like I used to sit in the window side seat, and I have to see like if I open the window, air will be blown in a very good manner. So there I just thought, why can't I offer a little charging unit by converting this wind energy into an electrical energy, right? So that is what an idea. So if I practically implemented that, that is what innovation. Then comes the product. So likewise, if you travel, if you lot meet more peoples, that innovation will start, and immediately, if you implement it practically, innovation will start within yourself. Right. So what is innovation? That is nothing but you are just adding a newness or creating anything new. It may be a functional value or a technological driven value, or it may be a design driven also. So here, according to the degree of newness, either it may be a radical innovation or an incremental innovation you can do. So here, what is a new innovation? So here, what you are going to define as a new to the world, either 10% or new to the firm as a 20%. Already existing product is there. So to that, some 26%, some improvement and revision to the existing products or process with 26%, and repositioning with different purpose, that is what 7%, and you are doing some cost reduction. These are all constitutes a new innovation, right? For example, you are going in mobile, you are going in a let us take an example, and you are going in a bike or a car to from one destination to one destination, your battery is going to down. So there you must have a power bank with a GPS. Now we have a power bank, right? Everyone must have a power bank, but no power bank has been embedded with GPS mapping. So that you can try. So if you are just trying, that is new to the world, that is also new to the film, that is also addition to the existing product. Power bank is already there. If you just put an LED screen, and if you want to put some satellite connection, it has to receive the satellite signals, and if it knows the GPS everything, and that GPS you can share it to your friend. So in that way, if you work on that, that is what called new innovation. So that constitute new to the world or new to the film, or you are just adding an addition to the existing product. So here are some of the examples I'm having for you. Like this would not simply a bookshelf. You can see like how they have designed. So it's a new meaning and new concept. They have their own meaning and they have their new concept for this particular types of this one. So here you can see some like holders and small kids like playing things, anything. So everything will say a new meaning and a new concept. So these are all innovations. So here you can see the girls would like to have this high heels. So there are many types of heels. So everything like innovation. So here, this is what a typical example for revolution existing concepts. Earlier we used to call with a telephone like this, and now we are using smart pads, iPads, emails. So earlier we are using with the old phones, emails we used to send. We have to send England letter. So now entirely it is revolutionizing concepts are coming down. So because all of innovation only. So not at all the innovations are successful. You want to say all innovations is successful? No. So here are the innovations which are failed. So innovation, you can see this. These are all some pictures. This is a typical cup, and this is a typical layout, like where you can go for a toilet and you can move the vehicle. So these are all the things which is not at all successful. Why? Because it is not commercialized. So once if it is commercialized only, so what you have invented with the, if it is commercialized, that is what called innovation. So WhatsApp is invented, but how you can say WhatsApp is an innovative technology? So once if it is commercialized, we are all using that. So that is why it is called as an innovation. Not at all innovations are successful. Some innovations are failure because it's not at all implemented. So here you can see the fashion trends, whatever. Right. So now you have a business idea or innovative idea. So now that you have to convert to a business model. So before that, you have to know what do you mean by business model. So here you must have a business model. It is refers to a plan for making profit. That's it. Very simple. It's a company's plan for making a profit. For example, in simply, if you just say, not at all innovation is like you don't think like innovation is that you have to go for Silicon Valley or you have to go for electronic city like that, this everything, no. So if you just do a plan, okay, making a profit for any company, even if you are starting a tea shop also, if you have a proper business model plan, you can get successful, right? So it is nothing but it identifies a product or services, a business plan, how to sell, what is the target market, what is the anticipated expenses, this everything. So business models are important for both new and established business. Either you are going to start a new business or you are going to already in a established business. Business models are very important. Right? For example, let me say if you are going to open a tea shop in Bangalore, right here Bangalore the climate is so cool, so people used to have coffee here more than a tea. But the tea lovers like me. So we used to go a kilometer together for taking a good tea. So if you are going to start a business plan, so what is your investment? What is your advance? So what is the capital you are having? Right? So any branding you are giving, or you are going to give tea in your own brand. Either you are going for boiled tea or you are going for anyone. You prepare the tea in here. You will just go and taking. You are going to prepare a tandoori chai. So something like an entire thing making a profit. You are just going to make in a business model. Okay, so now I will just discuss what do you mean by business model and how it is. So it is nothing but it describes the rationale of how an organization you are going to create, you are going to deliver, and you are going to capture the value of yourselves. So that is what called a business model. So this was a typical example of a business model. So this is how you have to build the business model. So key partner, key activities, key resources, value proportions, relationship, channels, clients, revenue streams, cost centers. So this all constitutes a business model. So this is what called a canvas, right? So let us discuss each in a different aspect of view. So key partners. So who are all the main key partners? Okay, so it may be consist of either supplier. So suppose let us take the example of a tea shop. If you are going to open a tea shop, who are all the suppliers? So you have to supply a milk, and tea powder is important, cups are important. You have to make the tea. For that you have to boil. For that you need a gas stove, and the sugar is very important. So these are all the supply chains, these are all the key resources. Okay, so you are having any partners for that and you are going to receive that from them. So these are all called the key partners. The next is what key activities. So you have to be specific at what the key activity which you deliver your value propositions. Like for example, what will be the revenue streams, right? So if I'm going to make 1,000 teas today, 1,000 into 10, I'll be having a 10,000. Out of the two members, we are going to divide the profit, and I'm just keeping one to 5,000 for the next day investment. So like that, what are all the revenue streams? How you are going to channelize? How you are going to maintain the customer relationship? These are all called key activities. And key resources is nothing but what specific key resources or assets necessary to deliver for your value propositions. Like it may be a distribution channel. Suppose if you are going to distribute it through Zomato or whatever it may be, what is that? What will be the revenue stream? How you are going to maintain the customer relationship? So what is the key resources that you have to identify? And next is very important is value propositions. So you have to identify the core value of the company which you are going to provide for the customers. For example, the best taste of the tea. Okay, like what exactly you are going to tea. So if you go to that particular tea shop, that is where the tea where you cannot get a very good fantastic taste, where you could not get any parts of the Bangalore. So that is what you are the value proposition that you are going to give for a customer, right? It may be your quality or it may be your making of tea, and it may be of status. Like some 1.5 years before, earlier I was working in Dheeraj Lal Gandhi College of Technology, where I used to go for taking tea in the break time or whatever in Omulur, right? There you can see some North Indian wallahs will be preparing tea with the ginger and uh, with some uh, chocolate flavored tea powder they will put. So that there will be a different thing. So the quality is entirely different from those two boiler tea, right? So that is what the value proportions. So the next is what customer relationship. So whatever the relationship do you have with the customers, how you are going to make them happy, what is the relationship you are having, what suppose if you are like making a bulk order, how you are going to deal, so like that. So segments, so who are all the things you are going to cover. So for example, if you take a tea shop, right, value proportions, either the software employee or the this one or employees of private institutions, or like what are all the customer market, what is the customer segments, what type of people will come for you, right? So that is what you have to analyze in the customer segments that you have to do. So once if it is done, the two things which we have to do is cost structure and revenue streams. So here the cost structure is that you have to identify the cost in your company. What are all the major drivers of the cost? So you have to get the tea powder, you have to get the sugar, milk, like glass tumbler, like everything which you have to focus how you can optimize that everything will comes under cost aspects. So then revenue streams, what will be the revenue which you will be getting? So only either you are getting revenue only by selling tea or some other value added products. So like that, so entire thing if you want to follow, this is what completely called as a business plan. So with this, you have to go for an funding approach to any venture capitalist or for a venture capitalist, right? So this is what a typical example. You can see the typical university transportation service for the students to travel to events safely. So the key activity is to create an ecosystem to keep students on website, mobile or marketing list. So the key partners are bus companies, venues, universities. What will be the key resources? Website and employees. What will be the value proportions? It may be the atmosphere on the bus, transportation, like that. What are the customer relationship like? It will be very cheap, very safe, caring, fun, exciting, good time, brand worthy, trustworthy. So what are the channels which you can able to make the things ready? Either you can do the website, on-campus marketing, social media accounts you can do, and everything you can do. What are the customer segments? Revenue stream. Revenue stream. This is what the transportation service. Then definitely, one thing is that you have to go for a trips. Then definitely you will get per trip. Per trip you will get this much of amount of profit. That is the only way of revenue. Okay. So what is the cost structure? So this is what a typical business plan, right? You believe it or not, one of my student who is doing this typical transport service, and he wants to explore the places, and now he is doing this transportation services. So he has taken two buses and he is going to each and every college and he is approaching and he is getting the students for an IV and he is taking the students to the IV, tracking everything, and in the same way he is making the profit, and in the same way he is making money also, and in the same way he is his dream is to explore, so he is also exploring and he is also making money. So this is what the typical business plan looks like, right? If it is a non-profit, not-for-profit model, so here instead of the value proposition and customer segments, donor will be the mission will be your donor, and the products or services will be the recipient, right? Mostly not-for-profit model, we won't do like mostly like we won't be particular about this. So because we want to start business for a profit model, right? So here is what business model. So what you need to the partner with, what do they bring to the table? So either you how you are going to assess efficiency, capabilities, credibility. The key activities must be what you have to do better than a company, value propositions, relationship, customers, and revenue streams, it may be one or multiple or sustainable or break even, cash, everything. So this is what a typical business model looks like, right? So let me show you the real business models which we are using day by day, day by day. Okay, so how many of you are using Snapchat in this? How many are using Snapchat? Are you using Snapchat in your college? Yes or no? Anybody is using Snapchat? Facebook? Yes, you are using Snapchat, right? Okay.
Yes.
So yes, thank you. So here are some of the models. So which we are using daily and day-to-day life. And you can see Alibaba, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, Snapchat, SpaceX, Starbucks, TikTok, Zoom, how they are making money and how they are built their beautiful business models. So just have a look on this. So if you just see the Alibaba group, the key partners are banks and the software services. The key activities is like platform development and maintenance. So B2B, B2C and C2C. B2B is business to business. B2C means business to consumers, consumers to consumer services. So everybody know that in Alibaba we can book anything in the bulk way. So these are the key activities. If you just see the key resources, network of shop merchants, brand and tech platforms. What are the value proposition? It is easy way to advertise your company to the global market. Suppose here you are going to, you are making something a production in a higher manner. So there you can upload all these things and you can put it in a way and you can give it to the either the business person or to the customer also. Either customer to customer you can give or customer to businessman you can give. So that is what the value proposition that Alibaba is giving. So in a business model canvas, only one thing which you have to concentrate more is what value propositions. And if you just see the customer relationship, the customer service, social media, channels like you can promote it to the website, mobile apps, customer segments means like merchants, shops, shoppers, stores. So these are all the customer segments. So here how we are getting the revenue, how Alibaba is getting revenue, that is nothing but fees and commissions, sales, advertising, membership. Suppose if I'm having some 100 iPhones over now, okay, I'm having 100 iPhones, I'll be uploading 100 iPhones. So if I just sell this 100 iPhones, for that they will make a nominal fee and nominal commission. So that is how Alibaba has been grown. Right, let us look another business model of Facebook. How Facebook or how Facebook, what is the activity of Facebook? It is nothing but a platform development and maintenance. So new products development, whatever the you are taking a pic or whatever. If you are taking for the Facebook business, they will be uploading whatever the new products or whatever it may be, everything they will be putting in there. So what are all the value propositions? Here you are going to connect with your friends and share your ideas, right? Whatever the ad comes, whatever the development tools, payment infrastructure, these are all the value propositions. And here there is no channel is required to promote Facebook itself. Facebook and Facebook app is itself enough, right? So who are all the customer worldwide? Who are all the internet users? They are all the customer for Facebooks. Those who want to advertise, they require Facebook. Those who want to develop something, they want Facebook. So the cost structure will be data centers you have to maintain, you have to do marketing and sales, you have to do R&D. And what are all the revenue streams? It is used for free because if you want to open any account, that will be free of cost. And how you will generate money, either by using revenues, by ad posting. If you are going to do some ads or something, in that way you can make money, right? So this is how Google works. Okay, so when Google also free and it is cost per click, so how much percentage of apps is going to sell? So if you just see in Google, many apps are there. That if you are going to use that particular app, you want to pay. For example, your Gmail is a free account. and once if it is over a 15 GB free space they will be giving. Once the 15 GB is over, either you have to delete all the mails or you have to go for another additional purchase that you have to pay. Right, so these are the typical business model canvas for any business models. This is what how Microsoft, without Google, nobody is there. So this is how the Microsoft also works. So key partners in app developers, key activity is software development and marketing sales. If you just see the value proportion, all the operating systems, Windows, productivity suite, Office, cloud services, these are all the very value proportions. For all the customers, we are all the customers and enterprises. Those are all the customers. So this is a typical business model of Canvas. Business model Canvas for a Microsoft. So then coming to the next, we are using Snapchat. So simply like we will just download and we will just post the pictures and status everything. But how they are running? So here very one thing you have to look in the business model is value proposition and revenue. How they are promoting the value and how they are making revenue. So that is what very important. So if you just see the value proposition, express yourself through a short videos that disappear in a few seconds. That is what the value proposition. Right? Even Telegram is there, even WhatsApp status is there, but WhatsApp status will be there for 24 hours. But Snapchat status will be there for in every each of your contacts. But once if they are seen that it will be disappear. So that is what the value proposition. So if you invent something different in such a way that you can also open an app like a Snapchat and you can also go into a business model. Once if you change this value proposition. So how they are making money? As I told you, business model is Snapchat also a free, and they are making money by Snap ads and sponsored creative tools. There will be some persons who want to give ads, so that ads will be posted over there, and if we see over there, they will be paying for that. So in that way, they are making that. SpaceX. So if you take any EC or electrical guys, and those who good in those who love Abdul Kalam or those who love satellites and rockets or whatever, rocket science, everything, telecommunications, and we are all a little bit craze of SpaceX like Tesla, SpaceX Tesla, and uh, so anybody know his name? Who is the founder of the SpaceX? Tesla, the maximum shareholder of Tesla and founder of SpaceX. Anyone?
Sir, Elon Musk.
Yes, fantastic. Elon Musk. Yes, how he is working? What is the value proposition he is giving? So here you can see improve the cost and reliability of access to space with reusable land systems. So that is how. So if you want to land something, satellites or whatever, so through the SpaceX they are launching, and how here in India ISRO how we are launching likewise. SpaceX is a different. Separate like launching station where he is launching his own satellites and also the other satellite also. So here they are going to design, assemble, launching, recovering rockets and satellites, right? So Ukraine and Russia, this war is going on. So once if it is the war situation happens, the communication, everything won't work. Like he has requested Tesla, like Elon Musk, to give a satellite communication over there, which is now activated over there. So through which many people have saved their life. So, so such a wonderful company. So if you just talk about their revenue streams, you can see commercial cargo and crew transportation to space contracts and licensing technology. So entire thing it is going on licensing technology, right? Suppose in the space you are going to do something, and for that you have to get license, you have to go for the SpaceX only, right? And space contracts, like you are just we are simply in Earth and we are observing TV or whatever. Like the satellite, how it's work, maintenance of that space stations, everything. So these peoples are doing in the SpaceX. right? Tesla is running an electrical company where he is a maximum shareholder of that company, and this is how what this is what her dream, his dream, and he is doing that. So when we are going to big malls in Bangalore or Chennai, we used to go for Starbucks coffee shop, and which is the world's best drinking coffee experience. So if you have a coffee over there in Starbucks, what they are claiming is world's best coffee drinking experience you will be exposing over there, right? So here it is revenue model is of sales of food and beverages and additional revenue of franchise, whatever it may be. So that is what the additional revenue. So this is how a typical business model canvas you have to make it. TikTok. So now it is banned in India. So earlier it is there. So what are the value proposition? You can see the entertainment and low barrier video creation, monetization potential, adds to the specific user profiles. Revenue stream is what nothing but it is free, and ad revenue. TikTok coins you have to get, and you can make it money. So that is how the TikTok runs. Okay, the customer segments are the viewers, creators, and advertisers. Right, even India, it is in India TikTok is banned, and in developed countries and like US, still TikTok is there. They are still doing, and there are many viewers, creators, advertisers. They are using TikToks also. So in the pandemic time, the tools which we use to help us to learn is nothing but Zoom and this my MS Teams and other things. So these are all the, you can see the free video conferencing to work and video conferencing with longer duration for the professional futures. This is what the very value proposition for the Zoom. And how Zoom makes money, like it is a free one and also a subscription plan. So if you want to allow 500 participants, you have to pay this much of amount. So any business idea, first you sit, even if you are going to start a tea shop or a coffee shop or a mutton stall or a chicken stall or a different a component tool, if you're doing an electrical, if you're from a mechanical or if you're from a civil engineering, if you're going to invent a new brick, a new composition, if you're going to invent a new segment of circuits, or if you're going to invent conversion of energy like add to electrical or electrical to some other energy, whatever. So you sit and just write down who are all the key partners, what are all the activities, what are the resources you want, what are the value proposition, with whom you are going to connect the relationship, what are the channels which you want to use, customer segments and cost structure, revenue streams, everything if you write, that is what the perfect business model, right? So this entire thing is what the business model seems like, right? The next is, yeah. So now go build your initial business model, but expect to revise it often as you learn and grow. So right, yes, I have attended a session like I'm just going to draw this and I'm going to start a business. Yes, who are all the key partners, key activity, everything you have to write. And also the one thing is that you have to revise it often because you have to be in update in a technology, right? So that is what. So if you do all those things and if you want to do something, that is what the thing, that is what called idea. So one idea will change your entire life. So what is that one idea? So just think about it. One idea, like for example, if you are inventing a power bank with a GPS and you are going to, you can walk into your KSR college, you can go for IPR cell, the peoples over there will help you file a patent. After it, you make it commercialization, you put MOU with some other companies and they will pay you a royalty. So that will change your entire life, right? Right. Any wastewater is there, or if you are going to build. So recently L&T along with the DRDO, you can see like civil engineering there is no scopes. So everybody will be saying. So within 45 days of duration, they have built. fantastic structure for a DRDO research center. Within 45 days, they have created. Within same 45 days, why can't you create a residential building with that same technology so that if it is a Trichangod or if it is a Erode or if it is a Namakkal or if it is a any village, you go to the client and say that within 45 days, I'm just going to deliver your dream home with safety and durability. So that is what. So that one idea will change your entire life. So it is irrespective of the stream, irrespective of the branches. So what is that one idea? So just think about it. So that will change the that will change whatever that idea, so that will change the question mark to an exclamatory mark. So they will be always thinking about your future. So what next, what, so to that it will change to an exclamatory mark. So life is nothing but you have to change the question marks into an exclamatory marks. So what is that idea? Sit, think about it. So if you are from a particular region, think about it. So what is the demand in that area? So what is the business model? So everything you have to think and you have to do that. So if you just take the history, when East India Company came into 1873, before that itself, Vasco da Gama traveled along the world for trade. Trade is nothing but a business. So it has been uh, started in the years and years together. We are not the entrepreneurs today. Like we are all the entrepreneurship has been started. That trading has been started some years, some hundreds of years ago only. Okay, so now according to this particular technology, according to in this industrial era 4.0, what will be your one idea that will change your entire life? So just think about it. So if you are not think about it, what you will do after your BE, you will just go for an employment, and let us see what you mean by entrepreneurship. And it is nothing but a process of discovering a new ways of combining resources. So he will support, income will be coming. So if you are being an entrepreneur, you will work. You have to work something to excite about. You have to something to do at all the time. You have something you have to create, something you have earned later. So this is what a typical differences between an employee and an entrepreneur. So entrepreneurship is nothing but discovering new ways of combining the resources. Whatever the resources which you are having, combine those resources and create a new way and discover a new way. That is what called entrepreneurship. Right? You just Google uh, a small guy within yeah, who doesn't achieve 18 years of age also, they are very good entrepreneurs in India. Okay, so what they are doing, they are not doing nothing big, nothing rocket science, nothing. They are just discovering a new ways. They are combining the resources and they are providing the service. You take Zomato, what they are doing, either they are doing a rocket science. No, they have the resource. They have the list of restaurants. They have the list of customers. So what you want, they are giving. They want to sell the product. They want to fill the stomach. So this is how they are new ways of combining the resources. So that is what called entrepreneurship. So here you can see different entrepreneurs like Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Jack Ma, Larry Ellison, Elon Musk, Larry Page, Warren Buffett, Bernard Arnault, Carlos Slim Hello. These are all the world top entrepreneurs. Right? They are combining the resources. Like who are all in India? So here you can see the business top successful people, entrepreneurs in India. Vijay Shekhar Sharma, who is a founder of Paytm, Ritesh Agarwal, Oya Rooms, and Trishan Arora. Trishan Arora is what called Mark Zuckerberg of India. So he is just a developer who is very good in ethical hacking. And Srikanth Vola, Dhrubai Ambani, Reliance, Ratan Tata ji, Narayan Murthy of Infosys, Gansim Das Birla Group, Asim Premji, Wipro, Brish Mohan Lal, like he is from Steel, Maruti, like these are all the top 10 successful entrepreneurs in India. So if you just take their ideas, everything will be new. So if you take Paytm and Oyo Rooms, Ritesh Agarwal, just a small idea. Like combining the resources. If you take all the people, they're just combining the resources and they're giving the pathways. So this is all the thing. So finally, what I'm going to conclude is, so we have now discussed about what do you mean by innovation. So what are the tools which you have to use for making a business model. So that is what this tool you have to use. So this typical Excel sheet and word copy I will just share you now in the chat box. So here one thing which I want to tell you is that you want to choose anything which you want to be in this which quadrant. So if you are in employee quadrant, you have a job. If you are self-employed, you own a job. You want to be a business owner, you want to be in that quadrant. You own a system and people will work for you. And at last, money works for you, that is what investor. Okay, so if you come to the left hand side, this E and S, you have to go, you have to sit, you have to work. So then it is what a self-employed. So here, if you are not working, if you are not working also, the money will come. If you are not doing anything, money will come. So that is what called passive income and active income. So here most of the are the teachers and most of them are students. So a teacher has to come to the college, they have to punch, they have to sign correctly, they have to take class, they have to do the NAC work, they have to do the NBA work, they have to do this activity, they have to do that activity, this activity, they have to do the paper, they have to write the research, they have to put patent, everything. So this everything you have to come, work, work, work. That is what called active income. If he works, he will get the income. Tomorrow, you are also a student. You are going for a company, right? You will be working for a company. You are a employee of a company. So what you will do? You will also work for your employee. You will also work for your company, work for the product or whatever it may be. So employee. So after 2 years or 3 years of time, you have to shift your quadrant from E to B, right? Even if you are not working, you have to make a money, right? In this digital world, many tools are there. Like you can apply any tool which is suits to you and you can make money. So for that also a business plan is required. So do that and shift your uh, career from this E quadrant to B quadrant or E quadrant to I quadrant, right? So that is what the message which I'm giving through this webinar. So here you can see what are the like the same explanation of EBIS, employee who work for others. If you are a business owner, you are the boss, you are manifesting people's like time, energy. People will work and people will make money for you. So that is what called a business. So you have to be in a business. So if you want to be in a business, you want a business model. If you want to be a business model, you have to identify many resources and you have to plan properly accordingly. And at last, if it is an innovator, so like investment or if you can do a share market, crypto trading, so that, yeah. So if you just see the three idiots, if you just see the three idiots, so that is a good example for this investor. Right, innovation. Right now, I just want to conclude with this two quotes like how to become a billionaire by 30. I hope you are all young students, maybe studying third year or final year, or some may be teachers or whatever. So these are the some 10 steps. Follow the money, make your money work for you. Save to invest, don't save to save. Avoid debt that doesn't pay to you. Treat money like your lover. Don't let your money sleep. Change your mentality. Get a millionaire mentor. Don't show off, show up. Aim 10x higher. So whatever the things you have to aim 10x higher. Follow this principle. I am damn sure that with this principle, if you have a good mentor with you, and if you have a good mentality with you, and if you have a good surrounding with you, environment, that is what a very important. So then definitely you'll be a millionaire by 30. If you're not a millionaire by 30 and if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you have to work until you die. That is what quote by Warren Buffett. So with this, I thank you for giving me a wonderful opportunity to share few words on innovation, entrepreneurship and business models.